From the beach to the bridge, you're listening to Cam Reddin on 2SSR FM.
Yes, that's you are. Great to have your company on this Friday afternoon, but not just any Friday afternoon, not quite any Friday afternoon. It is election eve with a big day tomorrow. And God, after 8 weeks of campaigning, what seems like the longest campaign in modern history, I think we all deserve a bit of a treat. And one of the many treats, no, it's not one of the many, it's the staple treat of Australian elections, is the great sausage sizzle. If you've been online on Facebook or Twitter at any point in the last day or so, you might have noticed the official hashtag, and of course we've got an official hashtag for the election now, which is hashtag #AusVotesOnline, has now got a little emoticon next to it. And that emoticon is a sausage in a little bit of white bread with, I can't quite work out if it's tomato sauce or mustard on top. I'd be very disappointed if it was mustard on top of the sausage sizzle. But after such a long campaign, I think it's just about, I think we've well earned a bit of a treat at the end of it all. And to make things a little bit easier, Grant Castner has put together a map of when you rock up to vote, if you haven't pre-polled already, when you rock up to vote tomorrow at electionsausagesizzle.com.au, you can work out which of your local polling stations is doing the great Australian tradition of holding a sausage sizzle on our nation's day of democratic decisions. And Grant's good enough to give me some time on the line this afternoon. G'day, Grant.
G'day, Cameron. How are you?
Very well, mate. I'm hungry just talking about this. I haven't had lunch yet. Now, how are we looking with this? 6,500 polling booths across the country. How many of these are going to do their democratic duty of putting on a sausage sizzle tomorrow?
At least 1,500 of them so far. Pretty much a quarter have sausage sizzle or a cake stall or something else on to satisfy voters after voting.
It's become a hell of a tradition, hasn't it? I don't know where it's actually come from, but I suppose it has become a bit like a treat. If we've got to rock up, we have compulsory voting in this country, we might as well get a bit of a reward for it.
Absolutely, yeah, and because compulsory voting, and we vote on a Saturday.
That's right.
And we tend to vote at schools and churches and community halls and things like that. So a great audience for those groups to raise some money on election day.
Now, the website, electionsausagesizzle.com.au. I love things like this because this is just the most Australian thing I think I've ever heard. You've got all of the sites tagged on the snag map on the website so people can work out which booths around them are taking part. Hell of an idea. How did you come up with the idea of putting it all in a map for people?
Yeah, it was just back in 2010, a friend of mine said, need to know where the nearest sausage sizzle is for that election, and looked online and other people were asking the same question. I was running some small business online courses at the time, so it made for a great example for that, and it just grew from there. 2013, it went really well. And this time it's going even better, which is great.
Just looking at the map, this isn't just an Australian affair, is it, at home? Because is this right, some of the embassies overseas are now getting involved in this?
Yeah, exactly. We've got the Netherlands and Singapore and Cambodia, Sri Lanka, and maybe even a couple of others if they get on before the day tomorrow.
That's extraordinary. How does that work? Did they get on the phone to you and say, oh, by the way, we're putting a few snags on in the Netherlands if you want to drop by?
Yeah, on the email or via Twitter, they've been posting it. The Netherlands was a good one because they had it up on their website, and right below it they had an ad for a new chef for the embassy. I thought they're taking it very seriously.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
it is an art after all.
Yeah, it is. It is important part of our democracy, I think.
Do we have a rough idea of how many sausages are going to get sold tomorrow?
Oh, it'd have to be in the close to the millions, I think.
Nearly 1,500 registered polling booths on the website. I can't imagine how many people would rock up to each one, but there's going to be a few there.
Absolutely, and 600 or even 1,000 sausages at each one. It'll certainly be a good fundraising effort.
Now, Grant, can you please answer this question for me? And I'm sure this is going to be a big one asked tomorrow as well. 2 questions, as a matter of fact. First of all, onions or not?
Definitely onions.
Good choice. Correct. And the second question, mustard or tomato sauce?
What's mustard?
Correct.
Definitely tomato sauce.
The best answer I've heard all day. Grant Castner, how can we check the website out as well?
Yeah, so the short link actually is snag.vote, or the full URL is electionsausagesizzle.com.au.
I love it. And there's a hashtag going around. What's the hashtag on Twitter as well? It's snagvotes, isn't it?
Yeah, or democracy sausage. And I think democracy sausage has been number one in terms of trending online on Twitter around Australia today. So if you've got international friends, you've got some explaining to do.
Democracy sausage. I love it. That is my favourite hashtag. Grant Castner, one of the brains behind Election Sausage Sizzle, the snag map tomorrow. Do your democratic duty. Check the website out and get a sausage when you cast your vote. And Grant, just one other small question. I don't want to get too serious with this, but we have talked a little bit already on the show about the number of people that are pre-polling for this particular election. Have you noticed a drop-off in the number of places that are registering at all for sausage sizzles?
No. Actually, just in the last hour or so, we exceeded the number of sausage sizzles we had last election.
Oh, wow.
And we've got 700 less polling booths. So percentage-wise, we're even higher. I think we've got about 2.2 million that have pre-polled this time versus 1.8 million. So, 500,000 people less, but we've still got another, 9 million people that need to vote. So we'll still have plenty of people for sausage sizzles.
Fantastic. That's what we like to hear. I love it. Thanks for your time, Grant. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the day tomorrow.
Thanks for your time, Cameron. Bye for now.
Thanks, Grant. Grant Castner, the brain behind the snag map, which is of all that we've had the worm on the coverage on the news. We've had every opinion poll under the sun, but this is what we should really be caring about. Get online, get involved. You can check out the website, electionsausagesizzle.com.au, snag votes on Twitter, and my favourite hashtag I think I've ever heard, hashtag democracy sausage. Absolutely love it. Of course, if you're keen for a sausage sizzle tomorrow, which I don't know why you shouldn't be, get online. You can check all that out. Make sure your local booth's getting part of it. And on a serious note, just buying a sausage tomorrow, doing a little bit, because like you heard Grant say there, most of us vote at a local public school or even a local church, all of those sort of community places. And it's a great way to chip a little bit of money into your local community and some of the institutions around there as well. You can imagine that this must be just about Christmas time for most of the butchers around the country. That's Grant Castner from electionsausagesizzle.com. Oh, gee, what a name that is too. Come out to 25 to 5 on 2SR. Answer this question for me. Jump onto the Facebook. Just go searching for the terms Cam Reddin on air. You can also do it on Twitter at Cam Reddin or on the phone the old-fashioned way at 9545 1800. Are you... And I forgot to put something in there. I should have added another option when I was speaking to Grant. When you're ordering your sausage sizzle tomorrow, are you a tomato sauce person or are you a mustard person? Or, to throw a spanner in the works, do you really go alternative and opt for the barbecue sauce? And do you have onions on it or not? See, this is the type of question. Forget the election. Forget the referendum over in the UK. These are the questions that divide nations and divide tables around families at dinner time. These are the questions that we need to answer. I'm keen to know your thoughts. I've got to say, I have to look twice at people that don't have onions on their sausage sizzles. Getting a few strange looks from out at the studio. I don't know where those are coming from at all. How can you have a sausage is just naked and alone without some onions and tomato sauce to go with it? I cannot be alone here. 9545 1800. Help me out. Surely I'm not wrong on this. Get involved online as well at Cam Reddin. Use the hashtag, please. Use the hashtag snagvotes. Or even better, use the hashtag democracy sausage. I don't think you'll ever hear a better hashtag than that.